The Australian flag is a symbol of genocide.
Through colonization, it has never contributed anything positive.
Schillingsworth helped another man set fire to the doors of Old Parliament House in Canberra, causing $5 million in damage.
Well, I am a law enforcement officer.
I'm giving you a direction.
I'm giving you a direction. That land.
Comply with that direction. You may
You fail to comply, and I can.
You're
committing an offence.
Yama, Makara of Budgety Murawari Tribal Law Enforcement. Let me tell you Mob how to respond to the foreign private corporate agents known as police. Firstly, never answer any questions. Answering questions is a form of verbal contracting. Once you do answer questions, you are then to the discretion of the foreign private corporate agents. Never be feared or coerced into answering questions.
Schillingsworth is a Murray-Warri man and the founder of a self-declared police-style force called Tribal Law Enforcement. He posts regularly to social media, calling New South Wales Police foreign private corporate agents, and has been filmed blocking their path on public roads.
What's happening is they're going out on the Murawari country. They're thinking that they've got authority. I'm going to ask them right here, right now, whether they've got jurisdiction.
Whether you've got you're blocking a public
whether
street.
You've got
You're
blocking a roadway. Move your vehicle.
This is Murawari land.
I need you to move your car.
This
You're
is
blocking
Murawari
a roadway.
land.
It's a roadway in the state of New South Wales.
This is
You're blocking
Murawari land.
I don't care. You're blocking a
Well,
roadway.
I don't care what you're saying then. I'm telling you, this is traditional Aboriginal land, and I want to know.
I get it, but you're blocking a road.
I want to tell you. There's things that are going on, and I know why you're going out there. From here onwards, this is traditional Aboriginal land. Now you listen.
My name
you're
is
being
Deputy Senior Constable
and my name is
Wild
Bruce
Police.
Junior Shillingsworth, and I'm a Murawari man.
Okay, fine. I'm a police officer.
Well, I am a law enforcement officer.
I'm giving you a direction.
I'm giving you a direction.
If
that
you fail to
land.
comply with that direction, you may
You
be
fail to comply, and I can.
You're
committing an offence.
Do you understand this?
You're committing an offence because that land from here onward is Murawari land.
So you're saying we're not on it yet?
You should know that.
The group was launched 4 years ago with his father and claims to cover about 200 square kilometres of land between Burke and Enngonia in northwest New South Wales. That area is home to around 2,000 to 3,000 people, mostly Indigenous. Unlike a government-run police force, Schillingsworth says tribal law enforcement operates on natural law, that's L-O-R-E, not man-made law.
These private corporate agents are coming out onto our tribal lands with weapons, which is the intent to cause harm, loss, damage, as well as violence. If they arrest somebody, regardless of what they're arresting for, is nothing short of assault and abduction. Charge them. If they are arresting and putting somebody into a cell in the police station, charge them. Charge them with harm by solitary confinement. If it goes to court, before the magi or the magistrate opens their mouth, charge them with acting as having power, jurisdiction or authority over tribal lands. We know what is happening today is continued colonization, continued wrongdoings, continued injustices to our people. It's time we start building the evidence, start documenting the information, so that when we build capacity, which we already have established 4 law enforcements in 4 nations across the continent already, that when it comes time to prosecute, that we are able to prosecute these people under law, L-O-R-E, which is the law that governs everybody. Natural law.
He argues First Nations people hold supreme power and jurisdiction over their lands, authority that in his view overrides Australian law. Videos show him and his supporters in uniforms parading vehicles marked law enforcement and confronting police on Murray-Warri land. In one clash, he warned officers they were trespassing and could be prosecuted under Aboriginal law.
Longer than 2 weeks ago.
Until that rubbish is going to be cleaned up.
You have 2 weeks to be able to complete.
You're not going to move us.
Nothing's cleaned up.
And you're not going to move us. Because you've got no jurisdiction out here, and I told you mob before, you shouldn't keep coming back. How many times we got to keep telling you?
They're putting you at the front as well. This is
served you mob with
ridiculous.
an eviction notice. You can't even serve us with a...
Bruce, I'm going to tell you right now,
Tell me
if people go back to that property without permission
we can
from
go
National
anywhere
Parks
on
and
our
Why is it from National
Wildlife,
Parks?
you may
What
be
did you say
arrested.
over
We'll
there?
go,
And action
and
taken
you
against
may
you.
be arrested if you go in Murray-Warri country because the lawful jurisdiction
We'll
is
agree
here.
to disagree, but if you go back, you'll be arrested.
And so this is
I'll
it's
leave it at that.
LAW for New South Wales ends at the end of the blue
Come
belt.
this way.
You have no legality.
Now, I'm going to talk to you. I am the law enforcement jurisdiction here through Uncle Dudley and Uncle Guy over there. What I'm going to do is give you the predicament. This is the second time we've given you a warning. Next time you come out on Murray-Warri land, you may be liable for prosecution under our law and you may be arrested. You understand that? Thank you very much.
In 2021, Schillingsworth helped another man set fire to the doors of Old Parliament House in Canberra, causing $5 million in damage. The Indigenous activist saw Old Parliament House as a legitimate target and indicated going through the doors would be symbolic of taking on the Australian government for grievances over First Nations treatment, the court heard. Justice David Mossop sentenced him to 3 years and 6 months good behaviour and fined him $8,000 to be paid within 3 years for his role in the fire. Schillingsworth continues to fight for First Nations issues and claims the Australian flag is a symbol of genocide.
Yama. The Australian flag is a symbol of genocide. Just as the swastika is a symbol of genocide to the Jews and what has happened of the Holocaust in Germany, the Australian flag is a symbol of the genocide that has happened to First Nations people here. The expectation that First Nations people are going to unite with anybody under that symbol of genocide is a farce. You gotta be stuck on stupid.
He also claims colonisation has failed to contribute anything positive.
That have lived and sustained and that have coexisted, that have been a part of this ecosystem for hundreds of thousands of years. We have lived for hundreds of thousands of years with access to water, access to fresh, clean drinking water, oxygen, air that is pure, land that is fertile. Now, over the last 237 years, what we have experienced is the waterways becoming dried up, becoming poisoned, the air, oxygen, becoming polluted. The food that we're eating is toxic. The takeaway from this is that the colonizer has to sit and start to reflect on the damage that has been caused here. Sit and reflect that through colonization, it has never contributed anything positive, whether it's to the people, the land, the water, the plants, the animals, the whole ecosystem. The only logical step moving from here is for the colonizers to step back and let the professionals do what needs to be done. Let those that do have hundreds of thousands of years of wisdom, knowledge, skills and expertise to take control. And for them to do what needs to be done for the betterment of everything. So I just wanted to give you my thoughts on that, and until next time, yellow.
Schillingsworth is a pretty engaging sort of fellow who has some very strident views, but he absolutely believes in them and he's going to make sure that his voice is heard.